Hey, what's up, guys? It's my first time on camera and never done this before. I've been wanting to do this for some time. Um, I feel like we're losing our ability to speak to each other, regardless of which way you go. I'm talking about politics, of course, because that's pretty much everything that's happening right now. Everything is political these days. So, oh, excuse my sniffing. We have some landscapers here and I was outside and allergy season, so I was gonna put it off, but I keep making excuses for why I haven't done this video yet, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna edit this. This is just me talking to myself, essentially, because you can lose family and friends over, political, religious stuff. Um, Kind of sad because I feel like we can all appreciate everyone for our differences, but for some reason it's like you can't, and you're bad if you don't agree with someone. So I'm talking to myself on YouTube because it's hard to kind of, just keep it in. Nobody really wants to talk about this stuff. It's like they run away from it, but this is what I'm passionate about. So here I am. Um, I'm going to share this on YouTube, not for monetary gain. I don't care. I don't know what's going to come out of this. Um, I would like to get a decent conversation. Hopefully, reach out to those who find it harder to talk. Those guys you see on the comments on a post. I mean, just read the comments, how just everyone's just so angry, right? I mean, it's like, how did we get here? So I'm hoping that some of those guys will find this one day or not. I just feel like I gotta try. And we can talk. No matter what your color is or what your genders. I don't know. I'm not trying to mock anyone or be funny, but I mean, I'm just gonna call it like I see it here. And again, that's why I'm doing this, so I'm able to say what I feel and how I feel without being judged. I'm sure it's gonna happen, but I'm clearly making it obvious and known that I'm not judging you for what you believe in or what you do, what kind of lifestyle. Of course, unless it's some crazy stuff or illegal, whatever. But like your race and all that stuff, it doesn't matter to me, and I don't believe it matters to most Americans. I feel like we're told it matters. When I grew up, I'm from Chicago. When I grew up, yeah, it's mostly black, whatever, but it is Chicago, so you'll see mixed people. There's a lot of people here from all over, and so um, my day-to-day life, what I saw in front of me as a child growing up, my early childhood, I can't think of any racism I've encountered. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but like I said, I'm just speaking my story. Because I know there are racist people out there, because I have had some incidents myself, but still choose not to believe that that's what America's all about, especially today. But it's like I didn't really know much about what racism was or really the importance of my color or lack thereof, depending on your point of view, until you start watching the TV. You see it on TV. It's like, oh, it must be happening somewhere. That's what we choose to believe these days. Oh, wait. Some of you guys are probably assuming this is a Black Lives Matter shirt, but it's really a Black Lives MAGA shirt. Ironically, it was purchased from China, but it was the only place I could get a shirt like this. Here, I can't get something supporting our president made in America these days. It's crazy. Regardless of how you feel about that man, you should just think about the grand scheme of things. I'm sorry if I'm going off topic a little bit. This is just me getting my random shit out. I don't know if I can say that or if YouTube will post this because I just said that. But anyway, what I'm seeing as a child in front of me is not matching up with what the news is telling me. My mom has been around white people, worked with white people. I believe I know this just because it's very relevant. But my first white friend, my first real friend was white, and that came about at fifth grade, I believe. His name is Nick Newland. Shout out to you, Nick. But anyway, I had weird thoughts about his dad. I never told Nick this, so Nick, I hope I don't say nothing that upsets you. I'm not trying to do that. But, and rest in peace to your father, Nick. But I kind of had this feeling like if this racism thing that I'm hearing is real, then it's probably his dad, because I'm getting weird vibes, right? And then it's like, you start watching movies. It's, they clenched their purse in a movie when a black guy walked by, and I'm like, oh, that's some bullshit. I mean, that's bogus. As a kid, you don't know any better. You just see it and you think that's what it is, right? And so here I am now with my white friend, and I'm like, oh, well, his dad might be bogus. I don't know, but this is my friend, and he letting me come over, and we hanging out. He taking me out because I'm his son's friend. And you know what I did? We used to love Mortal Kombat. And he had these little Mortal Kombat toys. I don't know where he got these toys from. They was about this big. It didn't matter. They were so awesome to me. Nick would let me play with them. And one day I stole them. Messed up, right? And so now, who am I to be judgmental of his dad if he worried about black people stealing? That's his experience, right? I'm not saying it's okay to hate black people, and I'm not saying that just because he's weary of black people stealing, still doesn't mean he necessarily don't like black people. Just think about it. He still let me in. You know what I mean? He was cooking for me. I mean, man, they forgave me. I'm not saying this is going to be everybody's dealing with white people, but this is mine, which got me to where I am today. And I'm going all the way back. It's going to be a long ride. I don't know how long these videos are going to be. I don't even know how to upload them at this point. I'm just going to look up a tutorial on YouTube after this. But they forgave me. And then you just start meeting more people of all kinds of colors and religions, and and I could say I've had bad experiences with all of them. Black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever religion, non-religion. I've had bad experiences with all of them. No, I'm not walking around like, oh, this person did this to me, so now I hate, that whole, like all of their people are like that. We got to stop doing that. Black and white people got to stop doing that. Because there are some white people that think that put all black people in one category. But right now it's looking like almost all black people are putting all white people in one category, and that's not the case. Like these Black Lives Matter things, there's white people out there with black people, some good and bad. You got some who really believe they're supporting black lives, and I appreciate that, even though I'm kind of like against the whole Black Lives movement. But I appreciate the fact that you have good intent. It's in your heart, right? Then you got some doing it just because they see other people doing it. That's okay too, right? As long as you're not doing anything to hurt anybody. Protesting is okay. Wanting to support black lives is okay. All lives is okay. Whatever you want to do. But the bad people out there are using this as a way to do other crap. This isn't about black lives anymore. And you got black people very easily falling into this trap and believing it, which actually frustrates me because now I'm the Uncle Tom or whatever. I actually have that. Shout out to Larry Elder. I have that in the mail. My soon-to-be father-in-law got that for me. A white Trump supporter, actually. He got that for me, and I'm gonna watch that pretty soon. But this is about something else, and you guys got to see that. Look around you. If you took away the TV, if you took away all of this, would you really walk around and be so angry at white people or cops and all this stuff? I'm probably not gonna get this uploaded. Probably not. I cut myself off from everything. You know, I'm no longer on social media. Actually, I'm doing this behind my fiance's back, and I'm gonna have to tell her pretty soon because I'm really passionate. But I'm not on social media at all. And I cut off TV, I cut off everything, and I've had time to just take Corona and soak it all in. And I check in because I don't want to be just out of the loop. But when I check in, it's like I can see what's going on so clear now because I'm not caught up in the, all the crap. But I want to go back to my childhood a little bit, and then I'm gonna probably stop this video real short. I got a lot going on, but I just feel like I just had to get this started. That might be my motivation to keep it going. For sure, if I get some feedback, I'll definitely get back to it much quicker. I'd like to post a video at least every other day. I want to do every one a day, but every other day I would like to post a video, and in between, do video chats with people that would like to have a conversation with me, regardless of what they believe, and then I will share that to the page. But I graduated high school. My high school was good. All kinds of colors in my high school. Nobody's talking about racism. Nobody's caring. At that time, it was watching Dragon Ball Z, playing basketball, football. You starting to like girls a whole lot now, and that's all we were thinking about, man. Like, what happened to that? Where is that? Nobody was worrying about any of this. Think about this, man. Where did it come from? This is not like old America. Yes, America has a history that you guys are trying to erase, but that history got you here right now to where you can sit here and complain online all day. Go to these countries that y'all think are so much better and try to do this online and see what happened to you. But go to the Army. I mean, now you just really putting me out here. I leave Illinois on my own. That's where I'm from. I leave Illinois. I'm out on my own, very young. I'm meeting all these people. I'm down in Georgia. I do 2 years there. Now I'm living in Germany. I mean, I'm going all these places, experiencing all these things. You know what I mean? It's like, and nowhere was there any issue with the color of my skin to the scale that you guys are talking about. Yes, you have a few people that are bogus. But what you guys are talking about doesn't even make sense. And almost in every case where I had an incident to where I ran into a white person who was kind of prejudiced, I kind of started talking to them after that to kind of, that's just how I am. Hey, I want to see why you feel that way. Like, what made you say that or think that? And they have actual legit trauma experiences that made them that way. Because black people do make up 50% of like the violent crime in the country, but we're only 13% of the population. And 48% of that is black on black crime. So yes, most likely everyone has some trauma with a black person doing something to them. I know I have. Think about that, man. But I was a liberal. I'm black, black, go black, Obama, yeah. Man, nothing changing for us because they, all these racist white folks blocking all the bills, that was me. I wasn't always like this. It probably wasn't until maybe about 4.5 years ago. But for sure, when Trump was running, I wasn't a Trump supporter. But now I for sure have a MAGA hat, a black one, but it's a MAGA hat, and I have a Trump 2020 mask, and I confuse the hell out of people out here. So that's kind of enjoyable. I'm sorry I keep looking up there, but I'm trying to see if these landscape guys are trying to flag me out there. So that's why I'm gonna cut this one pretty short, but I'm gonna for sure dive deep into my childhood to try to get you guys to understand where I'm coming from. And I feel like if this shows promise, then other people maybe will use this method. Maybe everybody would start even just doing videos like this. If we just can't communicate with each other, let's start somewhere, because communication is just gone. You can't say anything without anybody being butthurt. And I mean, I know y'all hear this all the time, but it's like, I heard it as a kid, but I mean, remember, sticks and stones may break my bones. Like, geez, like if a person does not like me because I'm black, so what? Like, so? Some black people I don't like, some white people I don't like. Some Mexicans I don't like. Some people don't like me. We don't have to like everybody. It's okay. You don't have to hurt them and mistreat them. Well, if you don't like someone, just leave them alone. That's it. Don't make someone like you. What kind of mess is that? I mean, that don't even sound right. Then it's like you guys say, oh, you're not open-minded. We want you to accept everyone, but you won't accept the fact that people don't agree. Kind of hypocritical. I ramble. That's why this is going to be a lot. But yeah, it's, I'm all in Europe going back. I hope y'all can keep up, man. I might have to do notes, try to get this together. This is very, like I said, unedited. This is going to go up just like this. I don't know how to do all the words on the screen, any of that. I really don't know how to work YouTube, so I'm just going to learn as I go. But I'm out here enjoying life, and then I come home, the same people in the same place, still complaining, doing nothing different, and blaming somebody else for their failures. And I want to say at 22, I realized a big difference and inequality, and then I'll go. It's not our colors, obviously. It's more like these guys use for the culture. Well, the culture, right? The black culture. Let me tell you, they do not set their kids up like any other culture. It has to start somewhere. That chain that Jay-Z always talking about. He was that broken link in the chain, or he changed it, or whatever he be saying. That's my guy. I listen to him a lot. I was in a bank out here where I live now in Plainfield. I don't remember what I was doing in there, but I was waiting to speak to one of the people in there in the office, and this Indian guy comes in with his kids. It was like 3 or 4 kids, very young. He goes in and she's like, how can I help you? I'm trying to set up investment accounts for my children. I want to take $75K and split it up amongst them and start putting in for them for later. I'm like, what? I'm like, you know what? Let me start thinking about things. I don't know any black family growing up where their parents, when they passed, anything was left to the kids to help them. And usually how it goes is you start in your link and you start saving for your kids. I just opened an investment account for my kids literally a week ago. This is what I'm saying. I'm just going with this, and I'm just going how I think. I'm just gonna speak it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not a joke. I'm not making up anything, trying to get famous or any of that. So set up the investment account for your kids. That grows, right? By the time they get of age, they have a nice chunk of money, and teach them the same things, right? So they can continue to invest. Now they have a little bit more wealth than you. You might not have set them up to be rich, but they have a little more wealth than you started with, right? They will build upon that and leave for theirs. And the same thing. And that's how you create that generational wealth. And there's nothing about your color that'll stop you from doing that. Because I'm about to start doing it. And as I wish my family would have did it and had me set up, but even though I know I'm not where I want to be, financially, and what I feel I'm capable of, I'm also proud knowing that when I do go down in the grave, I'm going to change that pattern in my family. And that's just one of many ways we all can do this. It has nothing to do with your color. Start thinking about what you're going to do and take responsibility for your actions. I've sat down through Corona and quarantine, this extra money that we getting. I'm not going to work. I'm not paying for daycare. Everything's shut down. You know what my fiance and I did? We put it towards all of our debt. Our credit scores are rising. We don't have credit card debt. Every card is clear. We working on paying off cars ahead of time. Hell, now we about to start working on building a house next year. And literally in the beginning of this year, we sitting here like, damn, do we have money for groceries? Color ain't stopped me from changing my habits. You know what I'm saying? Start looking at yourself. And ain't no government gonna help you. If you waiting for somebody else to fix your life, you gonna be waiting too long. And you're going to find out when it's too late, man. Use this time wisely. Let's talk. I hope that I get some feedback. I don't know how this is going to work. If anyone ever sees it, I don't know how to get it seen. But I'm just going to post it and go from there. And I just might be on here tomorrow. See ya.